So Capcom is now prioritizing completeness, which is interesting because you'd think that would need to be a priority. That would be a goal to hit for your games. So they actually had to come out and say this. So they acknowledge. Remember, we covered Street Fighter V, and I was sitting here bewildered, asking, "What? There's no arcade mode?"
Yes.
In a Street Fighter V game that's released. What are these weird multiplayer modes where you can't like reselect your character normally? Things of that nature. So they outline a plan, according to CEO Kenzo Sugimoto, that will give them a process to make sure games are now ready to launch onto the market.
Oh, good.
So they're now
fucking shells.
They are now prepared to delay games if they need more time. He said this as part of Sugimoto said this as part of a Q&A session at the company's latest earning reports, and it was published on Capcom's website so all of us could see. So he said, for games to be hits at the global level, they must be high quality. To this end, as a result of judging it necessary to spend a little more time on the development and operation of titles that are not yet up to that standard, we have revised the development periods for a small number of titles. Rather than absolutely holding to sales periods or development deadlines, in the pursuit of quality that wholly satisfies our users, we will carry out development that prioritizes completeness, even if it requires some scheduling adjustments. Wow, that's...
brilliant. That is the most John Madden-esque bullshit I've ever heard. Come on. You got to get the football in the end zone to score a touchdown. No shit. The game's got to be complete for the customer to be happy upon purchase. Look, I like Street Fighter V. I'm not a competitive player. I like playing it against my friends. People are complaining about frame rate issues, or frame lag issues. It's incomplete. Yes, I get it. I understand the anger. I'm enjoying it, but it is, at this point, it's laughable. Well, it's just I mean, you cannot go forward doing this. This is what started Capcom's. This is what started people writing eulogies for Capcom 4 years ago before they briefly turned shit around, and now they're doing it again.
Well, it looks like Street Fighter V underperformed. They thought it was going to sell 2 million units. It's only sold 1.4 million. So that's a big chunk below what they thought. That's like more than 25% less of what they thought. And I know if you're a shareholder out there, you have to realize that, yes, your bottom line might be affected in the short term if a game doesn't come out in time. But if you sell 25% less copies than you planned because your game isn't complete, that hurts your long-term goals. And your long-term impact is a lot more important than your short-term.
Yeah.
Unless you're a fucking idiot. I hate to say it. You don't know how to run a company. So, what, did they have a story expansion coming out in June? Have they put in the freaking penalties for the rage quitters yet? Is that even in there?
I believe that's in there, and they have started rolling out the characters, and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
But,
Our characters that we should have in our game. That's nice.
I'm fine with a roster of 16 well-balanced, but, I mean, yes, obviously Capcom was going to do this. I don't think 16 is shitty for a one-on-one fighting game. Obviously, they were going to... What they want to do here, and honestly, I feel like people are going to fall off of Street Fighter V quick if they don't make some fixes, but... Street Fighter 4 ran for 8 years, basically, as a tournament staple, Street Fighter 4. And I think that's what they want to do with 5. And to keep things fresh, they want to introduce characters one by one, as opposed to doing supers and turbos. And I guess that's the better way. It's not like Capcom hasn't always done this. But it's going to be interesting to see if they can even keep an initial fan base. There was, and granted it's a slightly misleading title, but at least physical copies... Pokken fucking Tournament is outselling it. Pokken Tournament, the Pokemon fighting game for the Wii U, has sold more physical copies than Street Fighter V.
Wii U is not dead, people! Wii U is not dead!
Now, this, of course, does not take into effect the large number of people who digitally purchased it on PS4.
Wii U is dead!
And on Steam, but still, it's, it's... I don't know. Street Fighter V, because of Capcom's lack of focus on completeness, is definitely not doing so well.
Maybe they can focus on putting a Mega Man game out. Oh, it's too soon still. After they canceled 47 Mega Man games.